Good morning. It's crazy, like daylight out. It's amazing. So different. And we even have the windows open. Sunlight. It's actually really is a so. Good morning and happy Saturday. Yes, it's Saturday. My day is all, or my days are all messed up. So anyway, welcome to Crypt Monkey Paints on our first official Saturday stream. This is we're testing out a new schedule, how this works for us and everything else. So I'm glad you guys could join us. And today I'm going to be painting mushrooms. I love mushrooms. They're fun. And I actually have in my phone because I have a picture of like, I don't know, that's like a 15 different poisonous mushrooms. Because this amazing little guy from Mini Monster Mayhem has a gazillion little mushrooms popping off of his head. It's like coming up this way and that way, and there's all down his back and even his base. And it's the pose number 2, which is on the, I can't point
It's
at the
on the right.
screen. It's on the right side. That guy is the one I'm painting today, which, hi, zombie Cora. Are you on lunch break? um, the poses are pretty similar. It's the base is actually what's really kind of different. The other base is more rocky, and this one almost looks like mud. What is it? Stalactites that go up. I always get them backwards. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You know the caves.
I don't remember which is stalagmite and which is stalactite. I don't.
Yeah, I can't remember which is which. I always get them like, we know the terms, we just don't know which one is which. But anyway, so these are going to be super fun, and I'm going to start painting. Basically, I'm going to start by slapping some paint. Yay. Let's make sure we're in focus too. I'm going to start on the base, I think, because fun. And it's really cute too because they got little baby mushrooms. So I'm going to see, these all look like dripped down mud sort of. So I'm going to go with that. That looks good. But my little guy, you can see his little foothold. Oh shit. Open Cora. That got me. I also have, so this is the Mushroom Brute. And then he also has Mushroom Spuds. And just in case, I don't think this is going to go very quick, but I always like to be safe. This is the Mushroom Spud. Hi, Rock Fan. And so this one actually has a little space for another one to stand in there as well. But I didn't want it in there because I like these. I like to see these mushrooms, which basically just filling in those little gaps with a little bit of extra paint will make that go away. So he's off to the side just in case we finish these guys. I don't think that's going to happen. This is one of the other Spuds. Spud Gang. They're so cute. Anyway, I'm going to start slapping some paint on this guy. I'm going to start on the base. And I'm going to go for nice, rich brown. Which I'm going to go with the oak brown. I have daylight over here, Rock Fan. Like right there is. Normally when there's daylight out, downstairs packing or curing or doing whatever I need to do with the minis, with the printers, you know. Actually, I was just downstairs, like, Ty came down, he's like, we got 5 minutes to go. I'm like, I'll be up in 5 minutes. He's like, okay. And I was up in 4 minutes, but I was just finishing switching prints over. So I was last minute getting everything ready. And it's not even like I got up late or did anything. No, I don't quite shadowed one. Don't quite like that brown. It's a very pretty brown, but that's like the higher color that I would like it to be. So what I'm going to do, get my flat black, which is hiding around here somewhere. Good storage spot. Where are you? Yes, he was in the wrong spot.
Rockfan says, "Sun, hiss, it burns."
Yeah, I feel like I never see the sun anymore. Okay. So, I'm not really mixing. I don't want a solid color anyway. So, I'm just going to Bob Ross it and let it do its thing and let it be a happy space. Kind of mix and give me variance on the palette or on the model itself better. The ground shouldn't be solid color. I mean, it can be if that's what you want. Or else make it.
Yeah, I think.
It's just because this piece is so tall that when I turn it this way so I can see in there, it like creates shadow over the back of it. The sun is just a ball of pain and future. So, Rock Fan, do you have plans for Saturday, or you're just hanging out? Maybe painting along?
It's okay if this is your whole day.
Yes, this is true. Our whole day is finish streaming and then clean, cure prints, and pack order. Then I have more paint.
And I have more writing to do.
But in general, that's our plan. And then tomorrow is rinse and repeat. Don't really care if I get paint on the rocks now, but I am going to make them kind of a gray tone rather than the brown, just so that I can use the brown to make kind of muddy looks like on these. I'm going to call them stalactites. I think they're stalagmites.
Rockfan says that later they are baking for a friend's wedding shower barbecue that is tomorrow.
Awesome.
Sounds fun. Oh, making a lemon strawberry
trifle. Again, I just happen because I like to cook, so I know what that word is. Not because I could read it and pronounce it. That does sound good.
Yummy, yum. Got love in my.
I like the flavor of strawberry. I just don't like the seeds. So I also have to kind of be careful because I love strawberry milk. Stomach does. So I always make way too much and then I have to stop myself.
Rockfan says it's cake and pudding and Cool Whip casserole.
Yeah.
Go to get coffee.
Does sound. Unless we have sugar cubes left, then you could.
How many cubes you want?
Well, I'm not embarrassed by my coffee. You may be embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed by your coffee.
Yes, I would like a layer of sugar cubes at the bottom. He's laughing at me.
Not even a count. Cup size that doesn't.
No. Well, the bigger the cup, the more sugar cubes. So it holds more coffee. It holds more sugar cubes. It makes sense. So Ty basically, when he makes his coffee, he takes cream and goes and make a little splash in the coffee. I like sugar, cream, coffee, equal parts. And I've matured in my old age because it used to be sugar, cream, coffee. So definitely drinking more coffee than anything. Cora is coming home with a mug today. Yes, they're taking after their older sister. Um, and and I almost said Samwise because the two names are. Rock fan says otherwise, if they weren't baking today, they'd be making pens. I imagine making pens keeps you pretty busy. Things are freaking cute. Laughing some. The biggest reason I wanted to go with a muddy look here versus making these, because I mean, realistically, these could be made into some viney mushrooms as well. But I wanted him to stand out really drastically from the base itself. There's a lot of times where I make things kind of blend into their base, make it part of their base, like oh man, I can't remember her name now. She started with an L. What was her name? The deer lady that I painted the other day.
Oh, it was something like Loriana.
Loriantha. That's what it was. With her, the way her tail was, you could see that she was kind of growing up out of the base. So I wanted to make sure she did kind of blend in with her base. That is not what I want. I've got all the little. Yet another reason why I don't buy expensive brushes. I am crap out of my. Cora says, and no, Mom, you can't have it. So apparently I'm going to love this mug.
Okay, I say Cora can't have it.
That's all right. When I'll just do the same thing that I did to Izzy when she was ready to move out. I just started hiding the things around the house that she wanted to take with her that I didn't want her to take. I'm all ready for my kids to move out until they actually say I'm going to move out, and then desperately trying to keep. Shit. That was Lulu. So I'm also taking the black. What?
Laughing because I heard you.
I'm also taking the black and brushing up to give undershadows. Not gonna lie, I'm slightly more awake than I normally am. Looking at my pictures over here, kind of picking. Like, that's one of the fun things is I've got my model right, or my base right here, but my model right there. So as I'm painting, I'm looking at my model and kind of determining what I think I might be doing. So I'm kind of looking around my pictures over there and looking at the model and deciding. And there's actually a couple of poisonous mushrooms that tend to group up like he's got on his head. So basically what I'm trying to decide is, do I do that type of Do I stick to one type of mushroom, or do I make him a plethora of mushrooms? Okay. Because those decisions don't have to happen. All right, so I started with the oak brown. I'm going to bring out the leather brown, slightly lighter. Trying to keep all my things dark to light. I have water over. No, the water's not. Num, num, num. Perfect. Good
Yeah, I
coffee.
figured. Made terribly.
Shut up. I even want to go. Yeah. So, what I'm gonna do, rather than waste the paint I just got, I already got too much. I'm gonna mix skeleton bone into it. I was planning on, because he's like morphing from person to mushroom. It's almost human over here, and then it's very mushroom over here. So I'm thinking what I want to do, make this side kind of that skeleton bone color. Like I almost think that if this light up here, there, behind the camera,
Yeah,
I know how to do.
we need to adjust the lights. Just we weren't filming this way before.
No, we weren't. And realistically, like this is where it is actually really good for me. Just not causing a lot of shadows.
I think we need that one maybe going that.
This one or this one. Well, with the sun over there,
Just backlighting right.
yeah, sun over there, I should still have plenty of light coming in on this side for me. So maybe before tomorrow, we'll move the camera or move the lights around, get better shots going.
Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be crowd forging while you paint. We're gonna at least start with pitching ideas for campfire stories for the plane, which should be pretty cool. We have a list started that Rockfan was certainly on and helped with. So we'll see if we can grow that list. When we were on trying to do that, for whatever reason, the internet was bouncing, knocking me off.
That brush to bed for a few minutes. Back to my necromancer cloak. The start of my rock. Brush is probably going to go away.
Says Beard Man.
Technically, there's still a beard.
For the moment.
I'm not gonna lie. I will be very sad
For a whole month.
for a whole month. I will be very sad. Maybe Beard Man Cam will change to anti-beard.
Anti-beard.
You can be like the opposite of yourself. So you can be the anti-Tyler.
Kind of like the sound of the anti-Tyler. Oh, I must defeat.
Oh, that I am begging you. Okay, yeah. Now
I
it's
might shave clean for a month. So maybe it's 2 or 3 months.
Not gonna lie, guys. He has a super baby face. Beard makes it where he looks like a.
Which is why I should shave, right?
Well, yes, because you aren't an adult. That is very. Will look like your true self.
Cora says no.
You know, Cora, I am 100% screaming inside, but the truth is I have done some crazy shit with my hair. I have made lots of mistakes. Pixie cut, number 1, 2, and 3. Why the hell after the first one I thought maybe this time it'll work? Anyway, I've made some horrific mistakes with my hair. And it's only fair that we let your father make his own mistake.
Shaving is a mistake? Wow.
Yes.
Look,
Yeah, I don't know how many times I have to tell you. Yes.
I'm going to say it this way in honor of Cora, since she used to do the stream too, right? How much do I need to shave? That's right, folks. Dot. Not a lot. Huge mistake, Cora says. And maybe I'll just do dots. Shave polka dots in my.
That would be amazing.
I was kidding. I'm not doing that.
Oh, I'm totally going to do that. You know that that guy on Suicide Squad who has the polka dot thing?
Yes.
We could shave dots in. That could be your Halloween costume.
Oh.
You are so not fun.
I'm having fun.
Anyway, we will all miss the beard. We will all mourn the death of the beard. But we support you.
Will return to life. I'm just thinking about it to take like a little break is all, you know?
I know.
And
that's exactly why I do the stupid pixie cut on my head, is because I'm like, I need a break from the weight of this fucking hair.
That is weird that I can go like this and I don't slap myself in the chest with my beard. That's I feel free.
Rock you. Brush up. Get out. Just brush. Now, I just went straight back into that skeleton bone. Is that what it's called? Yeah, skeleton bone. What I'm going to use. Keep in mind, guys, that you can feel free to ask any question. It absolutely does not have to be on topic. Like to Jack. Speaking of off topic, where is Sir?
Sir is watching dog TV. The Prime show. I haven't watched it, but it's called The Pack. I guess
yeah.
They separate into 2 teams and they're going to travel around the world with their dogs or whatever. Not like on a snow sled or whatever. No, they just, I guess they perform tasks or whatever. I haven't been interested in watching it, but I figured the barking and stuff might keep Sir occupied. Cora wants to know what the square root of 81 is. Geeks. You heard it here. It's 9.
That was kind of an easy one.
If I hear math, I kind of lock up if I'm honest.
A lot of people do. They have like this phobia of math.
Anxiety, yeah.
Yeah, and anxiety is a better word, not phobia. And I did too. I absolutely did myself. I said for years that I was bad at math, and I also said I was bad at art. And I've learned in my old age, I'm not bad at either one. I'm slow. So it's a very big difference to not being able to do something and having to take your time to do it correctly, or to your own liking, when it comes to art versus math. But, I would sit and I would see somebody, like Ty has a friend who just would like doodle something because he's bored. And I'm like, I would literally take that doodle and tattoo it on my body. That's how amazing that little doodle is. And it would make me think, well, if I can't do that, then I'm not good at art. But that's not true. I can draw, and I can draw very well. It just takes me a very long time to get the same thing that he can. Although I don't have the same abilities to draw in his style, because, oh my God, he's amazing. And I won't mention him by name. But just in the off chance he happens to be watching, he's blonde and has long blonde hair, always has had long blonde hair. You know who I'm talking about. You're watching, you should be an artist. You drive me crazy that you're not an artist. Anyway. But no, so, math was the same way. I thought I was no good at it because it took me way longer to do things than it took other people. And that doesn't mean I'm bad at it. I'm slower at it than I can't just rattle off things. But the fact is I can do long division in my head. It just takes me a while. And yes, it's much faster to write it out, but, doing complicated multiplication and long division in my head kills time. Because I do enjoy math. I enjoy the problems, having a problem to solve. A very satisfying thing to come up with the answer. And just like that. Pretty rocks, pretty mud. The base is done. The only thing I want to do around the base here, I did kind of make it look muddy. It's not quite what I wanted, so I think I'm just gonna try going that a little bit. There's a few splotchies. Make them a little more splotchy where it looks like it's on. Oh, sorry, I just missed. Cora said, and what's the square root of that? It would be 3, Cora. Again, why you not a comp. I thought Cora would try to dump me. Oh, she's giving. I almost put this one in my mouth. It's got a spoolie at the end.
End of that.
There is no square root of 3. 3 is a prime number. Some things that we've just like naturally complicated in our heads. One for me was Thank you, Cora. One that I was like 12s, trying to get a set of 12s, For some reason, I would get locked up. I don't know why, but now it's fairly simple. Like the one that was the stupidest was like, and I'll just rattle off now. People will say, like 12 times 6. Well, that's 60. It's kind of stupid that one's difficult for anybody. Because
12
if you
times what?
6. There's 12 times 5.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you, Gareth.
Hello, Garrett.
We're talking random math facts now. But it was like so silly when I realized, because I'm like, this shouldn't be complicated because it's a clock. We do 12s and 5s all the time. So anyway, Rocky Muddy Base finished. Now I'm going to move on to him. I love these rocks. Like, yeah, I'm happy. Looks good. Now to Mushroom Man. And yes, I'm still looking at my photos over here. So that's like the kind of caption. So I'm kind of thinking I like these bottom ones, the blue and the purple and the orange and the reds. Now I do have another model that's a mushroom guy. His mushroom is open like that and it's a skull. And I'm like, when I paint him, that's the one. Anyway, that's what I'm doing when I'm looking over here is I'm looking at my mushroom. I think just start on this side and bring. What I want to do is I want to wet blend from this side to this side. So I know I want to bring the brown into the white. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Because okay, I know I'm like saying everything randomly here. So I've got this brown, this white that I used on the mushroom or the mud over there. But if I use the brown on this side and this on this side, these will look like button mushrooms. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Mushrooms and math. Yes, that's our conversation for today. Mushrooms and math. Because I was just kind of mentioning, jabber about anything. It doesn't have to be on topic. And Cora started asking me math questions. So, playing along. Your foot issue. You're so pretty. I mean, it's not. It's gross. But I've been married to Ty for so long. How gross things. That sounded bad. What I mean is, Ty is a huge horror fan, so kind of that's my realm. Joining his realm, sort of. Like certain gross things are cute, and most gross things are cute, but then it gets to like straight up gore, and I'm like, nope, can't deal with that one. I mean, I watch it, but it's not something that I call cute.
Rockfan asks, what if these are Groot's people's equivalent to zombies? Hate me, Marvel.
You made me want to change my entire color scheme, just instantaneous. I mean, like, speaking of zombies and such, I have already started looking through the what's coming soon from all of our sculptors to see, okay, I'm going to paint this in October. I'm going to paint this in October. I'm going to paint this in October. Um, one of them is one of the things that we've had from last year was the turkey dragon. I definitely, because Cora painted that, and Cora did an amazing job, but I'm going to paint it as well. But I think I'm going to do that in November.
Gareth says Ty is a big horror, not horror. Well, Rockman says, I mean, mushrooms grow on dead things most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, rotting in dead things, yep. Food for the gods.
That's not true. I love the flavor of mushrooms. I'm very weird. I love the flavor of mushrooms, but I don't like is the texture. It's not texture.
Rockfan adds, it's the 10% other times you have to worry about.
Very accurate.
And mixing the mushrooms and the math is really starting to get crazy now. I'm pretty sure what we just said is that 10% of all mushrooms eat people.
But only 90%. I want a little bit more of my dark oak. And I'm like base coating him. I'm like base coating him with my dry brush. I never switched back over. Brush was working very well, so did I. Want to remind me I have coffee sitting.
Reminding me that I had coffee. I guess I've been drinking it. I just haven't been thinking about it as I do so. It's just disappearing.
Don't slurp your coffee. On stream. I'm absolutely not washing my brush when I forth between. Not exactly what I had intended. What was going to happen in my head and what started happening, I loved it more. Very different. But I'm very much happy with the colors switching back and forth, and that's one of the things that I really enjoy about painting. The things that don't do intentionally, but they look way better than what I was planning. So I just go with the flow. That's why sometimes I struggle with commissions because people are like, well, I want this exact look. I'm like, I'm more of a go with the flow and see what happens and see this looks good, this doesn't look good, keep, change my plan, that sort of thing. A lot less this, match these colors. One of the things, Gareth, that I'm always super impressed with every time I watch your show and you've got that little game card and you're like, the character's going to look like that. I'm like, if I was painting it, it wouldn't. I can't do that. But it's like you just pull the character off the card and make a 3D print of it. Hell, man. Or like, oh my God, Michael kills me. Michael Mordor. You guys can find him on Patreon, on YouTube. Amazing videos. but like he'll have a whole army of things that look exactly alike. I'm like, I'm blown away by that. Really, it's so hard for me to do something like
Gareth says, thanks. It's fun sometimes doing that, and I'm flattered.
I don't know why, but Michael Scott just popped in my head. I didn't say it to make you feel good. I just said it because it's true. I don't remember even what episode that's from.
No, but I remember the scene.
Oh. All right. Now, you know what I want? Soft. A time check.
It's 11:48.
What time do we end? Be noon? Is that right?
1.
1.
Started at 11.
See, I said I'm slow at math.
Part of it is if you're still going where I'm not going to be. That's one of the advantages of being on the weekends instead of me going, all right, we need to get off because, Ed, you can just go till you're done.
Emotionally or physically? I'm done. I'm out. Ah.
Gareth, I don't know if you've had a chance yet to read the Cataclysm for the plane. Either way, I hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to lie, brought a tear to my own eye.
Like when I read the last part, like that very last paragraph, I literally teared up.
That's something special.
I mean, Ty was also, stomping on my foot at the time, but
Well, you got to do what you got to do to get the right reaction, right? Not yet, but I will, Gareth says. Yeah, I'm not trying to push you anyway. I'm just excited.
no pressure.
And looking forward to it. Cool. Yeah, I've been looking forward to writing it. It's been some time in the making.
I think in November I want to do some more ornaments for the Christmas.
Like the Beholder and stuff that we did before.
Yeah, but I'd like to find something new because I've already done that, which I really enjoyed the Beholder because how large it was. I was really able to focus in on like making a really cool eye.
Yeah.
Which, for anybody who draws knows, you can make one perfect eye and then the other eye you're like, eh. So Beholder is like perfect because it only has one. Kind of makes me want to like just stick to call them Cyclops. But no, Epic Miniature is doing next month's release is going to have a really cool dragon. It's not a zombie dragon, but it is definitely an appropriate for October dragon. So thinking that I would like to paint that on. Maybe that's going to be like an ongoing project for a couple of streams.
Which one did you say? I'm sorry.
Epic Miniatures.
No, which?
I don't remember the name of the dragon itself, but if you go to the Patreon, you can.
Oh, one that's coming up.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's coming up.
Because my mind for this season comes to Mind Thief Dragon as well.
Yes, the Mind Thief Dragon. But I'm the
Tommy says Kitsune says hello. I think that's Kitsune of the Moon.
hello Kitsune. Hello Moon.
Well, I hope I'm
Sorry.
right then.
um. So I am loving how this brown is turning out. It is not what I had planned, but I don't care. It little horn. Toot, toot. All right. Now do this dark. Don't fall. My paints are over here. Sorry, guys. Dark tone. Kind of do a wash all over all of these mushrooms. That guy right there, Ty. If you can do a screen share.
Let me work on that.
It is yeah, but you like as soon as you got there, you knew exactly which one I was talking about.
Uh-huh. I don't have a that scene ready, so you're gonna have to give me a minute.
Yeah. Which is extremely. Oh shit! It's unclogged. That is where why I wear these jeans when I am painting.
It's all over your arm.
My dice look cool. They're blood splattered. What I was saying was that is the first time I have ever had an army painter bottle be clogged on me. Literally the first time ever. So I'm not even upset about it.
I'm not upset about. I'm okay with it.
I know you're okay with it. No, I mean like it doesn't even bother me because it's the first time it has ever happened. So of course it sucks that it was a wash because, way more wash just came out than I need. But that's okay. I think I'm gonna use that bigger brush started with. So Ty knows I watched this show on Netflix called Glow Up, and it's all about makeup. Because I really suck at makeup. And it's an art form and it's really interesting. And anyway, check it out. It's fun. But one of the things that they were doing was this one lady was doing call it when you transform the face, illusion makeup. And she was using this tiny little brush to get this area covered, and the judge kept saying, just switch your brush, just get a bigger brush. And I'm like thinking to myself, I do that all the time. I'm working and I just stay with the same brush, and it's not necessarily the brush that I should be. They just had season 4 come out, so I watched season 4 and now I started back over at the beginning again, which is usually what I do with because there's like most of my TV watching is really just listening to the same shows over and over again because I'm working so upside down. So
Here says painting paints. I have stuff I wear just to be safe.
yeah, the pair of jeans that I'm wearing is a lost pair because had a red blow up on me. So I have a big red stripe down my jeans, which I don't care. But I try to wear these when I'm painting. La 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 la.
All right, I've got it set up if you want me to share that now.
Yeah, so this is one of the upcoming releases from Epic Miniature. And I'm like looking at that going, that is a perfect zombie dragon, honestly. And what I'm hoping to do, and I don't know if I can, but my attempt is going to be that open rib cage. I want to insert like a glowing heart sort of thing inside of there. I don't know. I'm sure I can find a heart to print, and then what I'm thinking I might do is print it in a clear red resin or green resin. One of the two, I haven't decided yet. The translucent ones, and then have that go inside his chest cavity there. But I think that would be so much fun, right? I think that's a perfect October thing.
Yeah. His name is the Corpse Collector. That's pretty cool.
Maybe I should print
oh, no, wait. This next guy is the Corpse Collector,
yeah.
I think.
Maybe I should print a pumpkin and put it in.
Ancient Blue Zombie Dragon. That would be really cool, Dawn.
So, yeah, that's one of the things coming up. But that dragon would be a fairly in-depth paint. So that would probably be like a Sunday, while we're world building, be, long project work on him.
Going through all of it now.
Yeah.
I'll come back to painting in just a second.
No, but I was going to actually say like oh God, I hadn't even seen that one.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that's so cool. I love the hair. That reminds me of a monster that I wanted to write a campfire story about. It's like kind of perfect. Up toward the top, they had that lady with the gem. He's got, well, that's one of the things I like about Epic Miniatures is he does multiple different stances for every single model. And she had one where she was holding the gem. I gotta try for a second.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, he's done that not that model before, but he's done the idea of the claws with the hands.
Very Oh, the video game just left me. They've made movies out of it and stuff too. Raccoon City. I can remember the name of the city.
Oh, Resident Evil.
Resident Evil, yes.
I'm conflicted. I like dragons, but not zombies.
Yeah. I'm not conflicted. I like them both, Rock fan. I'm a terrible, terrible bad person.
Let's see. Gareth says, ooh, and then Gareth said green. I'll even use channel points to guarantee that. Okay, but Gareth, we have to decide, do we want a heart or do we want a pumpkin inside the cavity?
Oh.
Keep in mind, this is for October is when I'll be painting that.
What, is he holding a brain? A head?
It looks like a skull, but honestly, for when I first glanced over, I thought he was flipping you off. Are you at the bottom of chat, baby?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that should be dry enough.
Garrus' Raccoon City. Yeah, it's definitely the Resident Evil stuff that it makes me think of. There's several poses on this big guy with the long hand.
Yeah, he usually does 3. Sometimes we get 4 to 5 poses for each model.
Well, this is going to be September too, huh? Okay, I'll get off there now. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No. I specifically wanted you over there so that they could see what was coming up.
Gear says love the bone claw. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, that's what I was saying was he's got a couple other models that have that sort of bone claw-esque thing happening. And it's one of those that I was scared. I really was. I'm like, that is not going to print. It does. It prints really, really well.
Oh, I got to go back one more time. This guy's cool. I got to show you guys this. That dude is neat.
Yes. I love this guy. And he's also, oh, shit.
What's the matter?
I almost put my paintbrush in my coffee. That guy is Oh, that was what I was gonna say. Was he's doing a new thing with his renders where he's adding a dice in,
A die, yeah.
a die for scale. I'm a little concerned of that because I know he models in 28 scale. Don't think that those are not going to be that large compared to a die.
People like well, my new dice are larger than standard dice.
Yeah, but even a standard die, his characters are not that size, which is fine because I don't mind upscaling them because I prefer to print in 32 scale. Okay, so we're going with the green. Make it headless and holding a jackal. Um, I'm not that good at editing things. Um,
The dragon?
The dragon.
Okay, look at that. Yeah, I gotta imagine that clearly.
I'm gonna start with. Yeah, we're gonna start with orange.
That'd be pretty great. And almost imagine him holding his own head the way his stance already is, you know.
All right, Lulu, we'll chat when you get home. I was kind of surprised their phone lasted this. So the big one is going to be my favorite orange mushroom. But as remembered, in order to do this wet blend, so I'm going to get dust to the moon, or moon dust, sorry. And the red that originally ruined my jeans. Oh shit. That's most of the red.
Goodness, there's a mat there.
No, I didn't spill. It's all there, but it's way freaking more paint than I need. I need a dot of each one. That's all I need. Just not what I.
I'm sorry, how much did you need?
Just a dot, not a lot. Or I will be sad that they.
Gareth says we're gearing up for a road trip to my brother's place, so I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out,
Hi, Gareth. I'll
Guys-
post pictures when I'm done in Discord too, so you can see.
Fun on your road trip.
Not have some last road trip. Wasn't really a road trip. Turn and burn. Blending areas.
You'll have to. My days are all messed up too, so you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But for anybody watching, you can watch Gareth paint on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time.
He's a lot of fun to watch. Follow. Phone is not being stupid head like mine. Not really cleaning my brush, wiping off the my towel over there. Sorry, I'm doing like detail work, so not detail exactly, wet blending, so I have to work fast, focus. That means words go.
Yeah, I need to add some more stuff to the cryptmonkey.net site too. The last thing we added was Tink. Arrow blinks. We added the dossier for arrow over there. Oh, it was not the dossier. Yeah, I still have to write the dossier. It's the sketch. Several things. Let me share that guy too. So yeah, on cryptmonkey.net, we've started last month. We put several of them up. So we've got arrow blinks up, so you can get a concept sketch view on that guy. We've got dossiers on things like Acid Storm, the Mercenary, which is not, at least at this time, is not an adventuring career that we're going to do. It's just a career, which are, depending on the game system that we choose, careers can help your adventuring anyway. The campfire story, the first one that we put out to subscribers months ago, is out in public now. Devils of the Old World, Dogox dossier. So we got several things we put up now. First map that we had released is up. It's me. So there's several things you can check out on cryptmonkey.net now. I want to learn more about the plan. I think I should zoom in a little on this one. Get in there.
Basically, I'm two brushing it. I'm using one brush to lay down my color, the other brush to kind of blend and dot it out. This is the main mushroom, so I'm really spending a lot of time on this mushroom. The rest of the mushrooms will be more basic, but this is the killer mushroom. That's why you see all this paint on my hand, is I'm using my hand to dry that brush off. As I blot, I'm pulling away the paint that I want to pull, rather than just smearing around more. Very thin paint. So that's why it works to just keep going over and over and over. One of the things I love about using. It's like super interesting to watch me do.
I was going to say some people are teachable, so they're actually learning something from you.
Unlike you.
Unlike me, who's like, I don't want to paint. I just want the stuff painted for me. So we're at 129 Twitch followers right now, Dawn. I'm thinking at 135, so just 6 more. You want to do one of those polls to see what we'll give away at 150?
Great number.
Probably, well, I don't know. We'll see what options we have out there that we'll give away for at 150 Twitch followers. And we did this at 100. What do we give away? Was it the Brachiosaurus or
the Brachiosaurus was
we gave away a big model. So we'll do something big or big-ish or something. Or another series of giveaways. I don't know. We need to talk about that. But say at 135 for whatever the biggie might be, maybe we'll do a poll. See what other people. Rockfan says, so Wizards of the Coast just realized Spelljammer for D&D 5e. And it's space themed. Oh, released. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It's even on Pandora. Yeah, one of my Pandora stations. I guess there's an authorized music album or something for this stuff. Spelljam came up. Rockhan says someone suggested Killer Gnome Clowns from Outer Space. I forgot where I saw it. I think probably TikTok. I'm on board. I dig it.
that that makes me want to turn out a gnome, like a.
That'd be fun. I'm assuming you don't mean a garden gnome.
No. We have enough character gnomes that I can use. There we go.
You want me to zoom it out again?
No, because the next thing, Dan, you look at his ass. The next thing is my trusty dust handy dandy toothpicks that are stabbing the crap.
At least you've got them now.
Yes, now I have.
How many cons have we got left this year? 3, I think.
3 for sure that I can think of. So we've got Meeplathon and Archon are the same weekend. So Ty and Cora will be at Meeplathon, and me and Azumi will be at Archon. Izzy, but
Sunbearing will be watching our house then. Usually it's Cora, but
yeah, but keep in mind that Archon is close enough and starts late enough and ends early enough that Izzy and I will be basically. Sunbrand will come over and walk the dog in the middle of the day, but then me and Izzy will.
Yeah, that's not too bad then. I don't even know if we started talking about cons next year yet, have we? We probably should plan that.
And then the last one of the year will be out in Independence. And it is
Independence or is it Liberty?
I don't know. It's Kansas City area.
Kansas City, yeah.
And it's for Midwest Game Fest. I can't do the dots and talk, so you have to talk about Midwest.
Midwest is a blast. It's a RPG oriented game con. I mean, they have board games and stuff too, and I think they have the wargaming maybe. I don't remember now. I think they do. Yes. But it's a lot of fun. It seems like a really large family group. Really large family group. Not that it's a giant con. As cons go, it's not the largest or anything like that. I don't remember how many people are actually there. But
and they are spread out between the main room. They also have smaller rooms around the hotel.
Yeah, even the hotel is fun at this place.
Yeah, the hotel is amazing. Um, so even when the main room is full, you still have other rooms happening where they've got some, like big role playing sessions and stuff like that happening that we don't necessarily even see.
Yeah, there's like other card game tournaments and stuff going on in other places, cosplay contests, panels. I believe they also have panels there.
They do have panels. And I potentially will be teaching a paint class.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah. It is in the talks of possibilities. That is the hope, because there's another girl who goes to Midwest. She works with them quite a bit. She usually runs, her and Dorky Dino kind of run paint and take booth. And basically, her and I have almost opposite painting style. So it was her thought it would be really interesting to see the two different styles together.
Yeah.
So she would teach one class and I would teach another, because the way she paints, excuse me, is
I gotta step away.
Yep,
go ahead.
Figures out what she wants to do, practices, does, a couple of test runs, make sure everything is going to work, and then she paints. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, I had a very clear in my head what was going to happen here, and that is absolutely not what happened, but I love what was happening naturally, so I just went with it. And that's my standard paint style is, go with the flow. I would say I don't practice, but I've painted some things over and over, so it's not necessarily that I'm not practicing things. I'm taking that skeleton bone and mixing it with my white so that I can go over my button caps and bring them brighter, but I don't really want them white. I don't exactly practice, but it's definitely a different strategy to hers. I have a random hair on that one I don't like. Oh, there it is. Go back to my dry brush. So, and then also on top of that, she kind of does, she'll look for, and I mean, can't tell, I look for inspiration, though, but she likes to take a real animal, kind of take this mythical creature and make it look like the real animal. Whereas if I've got something, I tend to just paint it whatever colors I think will look good. I don't really necessarily care. I want the fur to look like fur, but I don't care that it's the color. I care more about the texture. So there's quite a few differences in our painting styles. So she thought it would be a cool thing to see those different styles, so that people understand that, when it comes to painting, there's just not one way to do it. Or how to get back into camera because he walked away and I'm zoomed in. Button cap. Out. I got shelf mushroom, which tend to be the same tone, but you know what? I think I'm gonna make them kind of more of a blue, just so that I've got the multiple different, or very different colored. Okay. This nice wolf gray, got a blue tone, a very nice blue. And I am actually, I think so far today I've used nothing but my Army War, I always say war paints. It's Army Painter war paints. I want to zoom back out now, babe.
Sure.
Thanks, babe.
Sure, babe. No problem, babe.
Babe. Yeah, that's a really nice. So I think I'm gonna dry brush the shelf mushroom.
Here.
Am I in focus?
There.
Back a little bit. Right there. Perfect. Yay!
Man, I had a little bit of a allergy attack there. I was being assaulted and I knew I could feel the sneezes coming.
I did that like yesterday, I think it was. Or no, it was the day before. I was just like sneezing, sneeze. Killing me. I could not stop sneezing. And then what made it worse was, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was a couple of days ago. Because we had chili dogs and chips for dinner. I had a chip scratch my throat, so my throat was all scratchy, and then I was sneezing like crazy. And then I got on the phone with someone. They're like, "Oh, you sound sick." I'm like, "No, I'm not sick. I just scratched my throat." Then I'm sniffling. I'm like, well, I guess that doesn't make sense, does it? But I didn't want to say. I'm like, I need to blow my nose right now, but I can't because I'm on the phone with you. So I think what I'm going to do is dry brush, doing what I'm doing, dry brush, liking this. I think what I want to do after that, then come back where, right at the edge of the mushroom, give it a brighter blue. To kind of nail home that blue. Ty, you should, now that I hear you typing, busy, you should put links to each one of the cons in the chat when you get.
Oh, okay. You.
It always makes me want to play Mario.
Because it's the Mario music.
Well, I know. I'm just like sad I don't have a way. Because I'm sure if I played the game now, it wouldn't suck as much. I guess that is a good way of saying it. I'm not saying I wouldn't suck at it. I'm saying I would suck less than what. I think we're going to go for Void Shield Blue. That's a super bright blue. All right, Tyler.
Okay. Can't give me multiple tests. I'm not capable of multitasking.
I am going to start doing detail. So talk for me.
You want me to talk and type at the same time?
Yes, I
I'm
want
going to
you.
end up typing what I talk. Just so
No, that's me, not you.
Well, what else have we got going on? I mean, we got cons. Let me just beat up all the equipment. Is that all right with you guys? Bang the microphone. We got the cons. I'm dropping the links into chat now. YouTube, you're a little behind. I'm gonna catch up in just a moment. There we go. Let's see. Tomorrow we've got painting again, but with crowd forging, because we switch our schedule over from Tuesday and Wednesday to Saturday and Sunday. That's also going to be starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Which we may readjust to 11:30.
No, we won't. You want to argue on stream, we'll do it. It'll be 11.
I don't know why I had it in my head that it was, I guess because all of our streams are at 30s.
Are they? Oh, they were.
6:30, 7:30.
Yeah. No, it needs to be at 11. You can go further on if you want after that. That's fine, but we got to start at 11. So, yeah. This Saturday show, I can't say what yet. Not allowed to talk about it yet, but we will probably be switching this over a little bit. It's still going to be something fun that has to do with miniatures, but it's going to be a slightly different show. More on that soon.
Although I will tell you, we gave
little bitty taste. That's too many hints. We got that. I mean, it's the end of the year, so so our layouts are changing soon. I know it's kind of a boring change, I guess, but it's interesting to me. At least I know because I have a lot of work to do on it. But we're going to change our look up a little bit, and as soon as we change it up, then we got to start working on our Halloween month theme, which for us starts like the last week of September and ends sadly a week into November.
And technically that won't be true this year because the last weekend of September is Archon and Meeplathon. So we will not be streaming that weekend.
Oh. Then maybe we'll start the week before that. Just depends on when I get done, maybe then I guess is probably more accurate. So we've got that, and after that we'll come back to whatever our new theme is, but I'd like to make Halloween month special.
One of the other things that I like to do.
Kind of our thing.
One of the things I like to do is do makeup that is appropriate for whatever I'm painting as well. Like when I was painting something with tentacles, I painted tentacles all over my faces. That's also what I thought about doing last year that I never got around to actually doing was filming me painting my face and then having that be, one of the little loops that we used to play. We kind of stopped doing our loops and I miss them. But
yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the loops. I don't even have a place for them in the new layout. I missed one here. I think it's recent anyway. You're not going to see it on that screen, Dawn, because I'm working over there.
Oh, my back.
Rockhead says, I will miss a chunk tomorrow. I'll be going to my friend's party at 12-ish your time. That's totally, yeah, we understand. Absolutely. We appreciate how much you hang out, Rockhead.
Absolutely.
Ton of fun.
Be more fun if I could have some rifle. I'll forgive you this time, Rock Fan.
No rifle for you. No 11:30 for you. There was something else I thought of too, and I can't think of what it is now. Oh, yes, I know what else we need to talk about is you've given me 2 pieces of artwork to choose from. I've chosen it between the sketches that you did for the plane while we were streaming a couple of weeks ago now. So I think I said this last time we streamed, and I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I may even do it here in a minute while we're on here, but that password and link will end up being shared in our Discord for Crowdforgers to go download that. And eventually, like in a couple of months, that'll end up in the public site too, but just for you guys for now. Where was I at? Oh, yes. That I almost already started on a campfire story to add to that file, that folder that we're going to allow you guys access to soon. Then I realized that we're going to do some more tomorrow potentially. So just in case we changed our mind about which one we're going to write from crowd foraging, I think I probably should wait.
Yeah. Oh, that's something that we should talk about too is one of the things that I did on our turn and burn trip was I wrote another not short, campfire story, but it works better as a bird just went screaming by the window and it was like really loud. um it works better as a back and forth than a just a one person. So what
we're gonna let this go, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely, because I'm excited, so excited about this.
Uh-huh.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna record it with me and him telling the story, reading the script, and we're going to post that on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
our
that is gonna be
subscribers did
lot
a
of fun.
poll, and they concurred with us that we should start doing our audio at least occasionally within a video format. So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And some purple mushroom.
I get them. Got them all. Rockman says, I mean, it's about 3 days, up to you. I don't think Cool Whip will keep that long.
If you drive it here in a cooler, it'll be fine. Go through some of the brushes that I've just got sitting in the wall.
Okay, yep. I've got it in both Twitch and YouTube now. I've got the 3 cons that are coming up this year, and we're not doing any more this year.
Still. Oh, there we go.
That is looking really good. See, this is another one of those times where I'm like, man, I wish people could actually see the way it actually looks. It looks pretty good on the camera this time, I think.
Yeah, it looks better than what we've had in the past, but I don't know how to make it better without getting...
Yeah, eventually.
Because you did find a new potential camera. Is that not correct?
It is correct.
But
I mean, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's like $700 or $800.
oh, see, I didn't know that. Yeah.
I need to go on another hunt. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a good action camera that took good macro stuff you're working. That is expensive.
I didn't realize it was that much. So, crappy pictures.
A little bit. I have my other camera that I'm going to test, but there was something wrong with it anyway. So even if I get it working, it had like a yellow tint. Like that's something because I need to get it clean. My Nikon.
Didn't realize it would do.
I mean, I'm just getting into it. I think it'll do it, but I may have to get some other software, which is fine. And then the next thing there is I don't know. I've only got the one lens, so I don't know. It might be a clearer picture that still isn't right for what you're doing. We'll see.
Red and purple work really well together, so up for this massive amount of red that I have. My purple is LD's gonna coffee in that 5.
Losing my grip on my little man.
Yeah.
Never do funny voices. I
I
want to
do
hear the
little
funny,
funny
voice.
voices all the time.
Couple. Which one were you doing?
Just said, I'm losing my grip on my little man.
Perfect. I'm going to use my blue to make my purple brighter.
I don't know if you heard me or not.
Yes.
Got
And
my
I
coffee
repeated.
brewing. Oh, good, good. Yeah, I figure why keep saying I'm gonna do it after, and then we get working and I forget about it. So I'm just gonna do it, man. Yeah, I'm excited for everybody to see the new one because the one that you did a little more work on afterwards, like darkening and stuff like that, really cool. The other cool thing about this is that I've been wanting to get started on this Crowd Forger exclusive content
For a
anyway.
while.
Yeah. Minutes. Two.
I really like purple. I know how to get it in frame. Right here is where I need to hold it.
Yes.
Basically, remember a couple of
Oh, help me out. Is that good there? You're wanting it on the mushroom guy, though, right? Is what I just
the
focused
mushroom
on.
guy, yes.
Okay.
Since I have this paint and mix, I really like these colored base mushroom. Little baby one. Decorate. I honestly kind of forgot about it. You know what I think? Like polka dots. Dot.
Not a lot.
Yeah. You're an asshole.
I'm getting excited about Halloween. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, I just can't seem to stay in the right spot.
All right, so you need to mess with it again, you want?
No, I've got it backward. Just wish we could just have it on autofocus.
Yeah, it's not gonna, though.
Tomorrow we'll have played with the lights and like the light that's coming straight down, have it coming from behind. That way we shadows. Baby. I think the only thing I need left to do stalks themselves. I don't really like the shade they are. Not if I like the color too, I may bring a few little highlights around on him. A nice sandy. Let's go with. I don't really want to use a tiny brush for this. A lot of area to cover. But this is one of those things like spray, use a brush to get a base coat first, or just using, spray cans to get a base coat. I would base coat with whatever color you want those guys to be. Because then you come back in. Probably on instead. The other thing I need, bottom of them. One of the reasons I shade that I get all the crevices of those spots done. Sorry, can't talk with a toothbrush in my mouth. Forgetting about my ex. Yeah, we'll have to adjust that as well because naturally I want to hold it further away from me when I'm painting. For tomorrow, we'll have the camera adjusted to a slightly different spot. We'll have the lighting adjusted. Because I kind of like the camera being where it is physically. Oh, I just realized you can actually see. Kind of like that.
Oh, I
But-
just noticed that too.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed it before.
Oh, it's probably because I did turn the camera a little bit before we got on. Georgie needs a spotlight too. Georgie's got her head poking there. I don't know if anybody can actually see that, but
But she'll she'll sit in her little spot and she'll stare out the window.
you can leave it open if you want.
I am. I figured we're done, so even if it was like horrific, I can fix it. Peopleathon is one of those ones that I'm like kind of pissed off that I don't get to go. Falling like last year, I think I was sick when it was happening. I don't remember exactly. This year it falls in the same time another convention happening. So hopefully next year go to Meeple.
I don't remember why you didn't go last year. Maybe you were ill. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I really
It doesn't seem right that you were sick. It seems like something else was happening that you could get away.
maybe that's what it was. Is we were really just starting to ramp up on
Minis.
minis, so it was those like not be running. We didn't have as many machines. Order to keep up with orders, I had to never be down. It's still oh
Yeah.
like we have one machine down right now and it's not killing us. Whereas before, if we had one machine down, it oh my god, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, right?
I guess I say one machine, but technically we have two because I don't count one as a machine.
We'll get it worked out. Buy that brand.
Which honestly really sucks because I really like their wash and cure. I want their new version. I refuse. Matters. Not really brushing the mushrooms. I'm just touching the side of my brush edge. Still gives me a nice clean line. Less likely stupid line. Out of paint. Oh. Hearing my phone buzz and really
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, so I just in the category of the plane on our Discord in the Cathar General channel, I added the link and the password for crowd forgers to go in and get. They can download the or just do right there in a browser, I believe, even the sketch that you worked on during stream
Awesome.
and a half ago or whatever it was now. So yeah, tomorrow we'll go through and make a list of our ideas for crowd forging for the campfire stories on the plane. And one in that list from either the last time that we tried to do it, tomorrow we'll do at least one of those and drop that in there so that crowd forgers get that first too. I say crowd forgers, obviously it's people that hang out on our Discord are obviously going to be able to get to that too, but you know, we're not going to put it out on .net quite yet. I feel so accomplished. I can go back to bed now. Right?
As soon as you can watch all of the prints.
What work do you think I was trying to get out of? But that'll be fun. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so just it's funny how just creating the directory now I feel, I don't know if accomplished is the right word, but I feel like, hey, we made a step forward in this area. I've got my list together that you and I still need to talk. Kind of mention that today, right? I've got my list of crowd forgers. So I just need to check with you and make sure that we have addresses, and then we get the campfire stories. Stickers aren't going to take any time to make. I think already decided or made all of the artwork for those.
We've made all of the artwork for. Literally just need to submit, get them printed.
Yeah. It's taken way too long, but you know.
It's a good problem to have. We're just
Are in what you know what else we're thinking about other things. Of course we're thinking about the gaming side, right? But what comes with that, the largest expense that comes with that is going to be artwork. I know that from experience on our first two games. And I'm not going to say who or anything like that because you don't know how business dealing, how things work out. We thought we had artwork for other games, or artists rather for other games before, and then it didn't work out. No faces. I see that. Just didn't work out. But I got to tell you that we spoke to somebody recently, saw their work, and I'm actually kind of excited. Like I can definitely see this person doing what we need them to do. Not only for game artwork, but for the books as well. That mainly that's like a big deal to me, at least. You know, having an idea of what it could be. It's pretty groovy.
I mean, it's
and I always get like this about the artwork with the game because it's a really stressful thing, very expensive thing. Even Jack the Ripper was expensive in that it took you hours and hours and hours and hours and it took days and days and days, really, right? To get all that done. You had to work with me. That was pretty awful. But when the decision was made that you were doing the artwork, and I knew what it was going to be then, it's less stress and more excitement at that point. Your production design. Yes, I really liked the artist. A little bit that I spoke with them.
I didn't get a chance to speak.
I, well, I think he was just being nice to us because there were other people around, so he didn't want to hang out there too long. But he seemed very nice. Of course, it's the artwork, and that saw the artwork. Hey, this, without this person even knowing, seems very close to what would work well for us.
I was pleasantly surprised. Because, well, I mean, to be fair, like I said, I didn't have the opportunity to speak with him in person, so I had no idea what to expect. And I still have this impression of us of like we're just this tiny little company. Why would somebody who's actually good come talk to us? Why would they be trying to sell to us? We're nobodies. So it wasn't what I expected.
I think it's because a lot of the environments that we are in, that we're not the only ones that are in that situation. In fact, I would say that this person, similarly to us, has experience with a couple of games, and we have experience with a couple of games, and we're kind of in the same place, if you think about it.
Time for him to go on his. I can make sure that everything looks good and is finished. I did not think I would I thought I would finish him. I was worried that I would like blow through and finish him super quick. I didn't think that would happen. Put your foot down. Thank you, you little jackass. Didn't think that I would finish beforehand. Thought I would finish relatively close in time. But I was prepared with the other little things I did.
You almost did bases, right? You almost did bases, right?
No, I was talking about doing that for tomorrow. Of like having a couple of our decorative bases out and just kind of trucking through a bunch of base work.
Glad you were still doing that because I was kind of excited whenever you showed them to me. Rockfan says, I find smaller companies can provide better quality. Yeah, I think... I mean, I guess I think it makes sense, right? Because a big company is only looking at numbers and what they add, the bare minimum they have to do to continue or increase those numbers. And a small company's like, we're going to do some really cool stuff for you. Please buy from us. We need it.
Yeah.
We also have loaves of bread to buy. Larger companies on mass production need to cut corners to make the larger scale sustainable, says Rockfan. Yeah. I mean, that really is, even you think about things like legal. I don't want to go too dark. Let's just say lawsuits in general, that they'll say, well, if we do this, we're going to have this much in lawsuits. But that pales in comparison to our marketing budget, so we're still going to make money even with the lawsuits. Let's do this. You know, that's how they make decisions on things like recalls and stuff like that. Whereas we're like, oh, you got your part in the mail and it's broken. We're really sorry. We're just going to replace that for you right now, even though it's obviously out of hand for us. And a lot of cases, another company, the USPS, did it to us. Yeah, what you gonna do? I still like what we're doing.
I mean, I've had multiple painting commissions get broken in the mail. I have one right now that I have to repaint because it was brought back to us completely broken and shattered.
Yeah, those hurt whenever they're painted and they get broken. Guessing what you're saying is the USPS did that?
Yeah. And this is one of those, like, I don't think it was in control of anybody because it got ate by the machine. You know?
Oh, yeah.
What are they going to do on that? they have to put the things through their machines. That's why they have them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, too. The numbers that a large company like the USPS has to deal with, of course, they're not going to handle everything anymore. It's been many, many years since they've had to automate things like that, right?
Like a sorting machine or something that ate it. I don't know exactly. It's not salvageable. Sucks.
Rockfan says, screw shipping companies damaging shiz. Well, I can really agree with that. It's rough around Christmas. Christmas season it's rough. Mostly looking at you, FedEx, is what Rockfan says.
And see, and I'm not a big fan of UPS. And not only, because I've had a couple of bad experiences. One, the particular driver that tends to go in our neighborhood is not a nice person.
They might be a nice person, but they clearly hate their job.
Take it out on us.
Rockfan says NDHL.
We haven't really had any experience with that.
Well, we have had some things because our experience with DHL and probably a lot of people's is where things get swapped over to or from them. Especially the foreign carrier stuff it might be DHL, but it gets here by USPS when it finally reaches us, you know. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
And then the other option was, or the other place that I have experience with UPS, which is funny because our UPS store, the physical location one, was horrible. Worst people ever.
Yeah, I think they're shut down now.
And they are absolutely shut down. They are completely closed. They shut down for a while and then they tried to reopen and then they shut back down again. They're not nice people.
Yeah, there's an example of why small companies both are and should be good at customer service. Because you will and should be shut down. If you're going to be rude to your customers, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder. Those sorts of things make me wonder. Is it like I don't know. Obviously, I'm just guessing in the blind, but that some people think, well, everything's going to be better for me if I just own my own business. Then they get in there and realize that if you don't, and if you don't love what you're doing, it's pretty much doomed to failure.
Yeah,
I think. Rockin says, so my company works with glass and mirrors. Yikes. I can relate to those problems because I'm always afraid about sending. We do laser etching as well as the minis, so I'm terrified about sending our laser etched backlit art.
We've never shipped any of those out.
Oh, we have now. Yeah, no, we have for Retroscape.
That's right.
To Parlor Gaming or Parlor Games. Sorry. So my company works with glass and mirrors. Says Rockfan. I saw the FedEx man take our big fragile marked box, flip it on its side, and full on kick it in the truck. My boss was not happy. No kidding. No kidding. I would have lit him up. I'd have been all over him. That's terrible. I mean, the thing is, they're doing it anyway, but how insanely audacious is it to do it right there in front of the customer instead of waiting to beat up their package when they get in the facility, I guess. Cannot imagine that. Yeah, life is too short. So definitely find something you like to do. And if you don't like to do it, then definitely find something else.
Yes. So I decided that the purple down here was not visible enough, so I changed.
That's pretty.
And I am going to dot it up.
Here, let me press the button. You're going to add
just a dot. And I'm probably going to disappear off this camera because these are tiny. I'm going to push way down. Because
Little baby.
The bifocals,
I need to do an eye doctor. On the new layout, Dawn, I'm not even like, part of the reason I wanted to go to OBS was because they have the better. So we're doing these lower thirds you see pop out here. I'm clicking each one of these to make them come out. So I was really excited that we go to OBS like we had on Gamers in the Unknown and have lower thirds that just came out. So we still have that option if we ever have a reason to use them. But I'm not even incorporating them in the design we're doing right now. I'm just, there's other things that we're going to do instead, right? But I'm still glad that we're going to OBS. Plain old OBS. All done?
sure. I need to be done. Because he looks really great. So what I did was I kind of came back over his foot once it was glued down and kind of blended it into the base so it looks like he's kind of part of it.
It's not on autofocus. So.
No, I know, but I'm just kind of blocking him.
Oh,
He's
I
not
got you.
blending in the background. See, like having all the mud look, he's much shinier or much stands out much better. So rather than having foot kind of blends in like he is kind of growing into or growing out. Still definitely. But he is done and I love him. That is it. The mini monster logo. The only thing left to do is clear coat him. So the fun thing about this is I'm going to clear coat him in a matte clear coat. Oops. Saw. A spot where I up the purple. I'll clear coat him in a matte clear coat, but then where the mushrooms are and in his mouth and possibly some of the mud areas, I'll put a gloss that it gives it that wet look. But not all of the mushrooms, like the button caps and all of this stuff will all be matte. Then on some of the other ones will be shiny.
Rockfan on YouTube says, I dub him Zoot, first zombie Groot.
That's
He
awesome.
came out great, Rockfan says.
Thank you.
And
I will post pictures in Discord so you can see him in all his glory. Excuse me. So one of the other things that I will be needing to be working on, so probably will be working on tomorrow, is my intention is to work on some just random bases that we have decorative bases from
Mammoth Factory?
Nope.
Oh,
It's not Artisan Guild,
Oh.
it's Asgard Rising.
okay.
Asgard Rising. We have a bunch of bases just that are decorative bases. And I've painted a few of them, but I want to like go through a bunch of different ones. We also have some new bases that we don't even have listed on our
See?
Etsy store yet. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get them printed, washed, cured, all that kind of stuff before tomorrow. So I think those will have to wait. But what I have is he is done and loving him. But the other thing that I do have, I am currently in process of, is this commission piece. So he's quite a bit away. Quite a bit of him is done. I'm really down to detail work. This is his base. So I might actually do 1 or 2 bases. Work on this. This is the Afflicted Celestial from Mini Monster Maker. So I may work on him as well tomorrow. I don't know if you know this, but paint bottles are designed to go in your hand.
Yeah.
But as you can see, this is my comfortable painting position, so the camera will definitely have to for this.
Raphael says, "Ooh, cool mini."
Yeah, he is really, really cool.
Very popular one.
He is a very popular one. He is a lot of fun. I've painted him. I've lost count of how many times I've painted this guy.
It was when we started streaming last year. This was one of the first ones.
Was it really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't think I'd painted him on stream.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't care. It's a commission piece.
It was one of the angels. Actually, it's the one with the ball at the bottom.
That's what
Solar
it was.
Afflicted
The solar
Celestial.
Yeah, it was the Solar Celestial.
I was close, which is also popular.
Those two are like the most commissioned pieces that I do. Those two. And the funny thing is, I haven't painted any of them the same yet.
Raphael says someone is molding.
But yeah, so he's a lot of fun to paint. He is close to done. He's, like I said, he is at the level of detail only left. So I may actually work on him, get him finished up, then paint 1 or 2 bases at the start. Kind of knock, because bases are so quick. It's so much fun to do them, and they're so fast. So. Yay. Anyway, I will get pictures of this guy and post them in Discord once I have him clear coated. Actually, I'll probably post pictures now and then again when it's clear coated. And then we will see you back here tomorrow at this time. 11.
Not 11. 11 a.m.
11
Central
a.m.
Time.
Where we will be world building. And goofing off. Yeah. That's gonna be it for us tonight, guy. Or today. Today, not tonight.
Right?
Today. It's daylight.
Weird, man.
It's weird. It is. I'm like, okay, so we're done streaming. So now we go